This is in-depth study of the Christ, the propitiation, the begotten Son, the Lord, the Judge, the Ruler, the Standard, the Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach, the One, the true Jesus Christ. Here on Understanding the Bible Radio. On Screen Study, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, on screen, undeniable facts of Scripture.
It's Understanding the Bible Radio. Ron Saxon, want to thank you guys for stopping in again. We are doing it up. Genesis 32 is what's on the schedule. Genesis 32, we're going through. Jacob gets away from Laban. They make a covenant. Laban doesn't bother him, even though he's got all the goods and his daughters, and Rachel stole his images and he couldn't find them. So now he's on his way back to daddy, Isaac. And we're going to look and see what happens here. Don't forget, everything is free here. Everything is totally free. No donations, nothing, period. All right, it's all paid for. Never ask for any money. Understanding the Bible Radio will never ask for any money at all. No scam, no nothing. Just to let you know that. Ron Saxon on Facebook. Friend me. Don't friend me. I'm sorry. Don't friend me. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me there. You can also subscribe and hit the bell notification on the YouTube, please. We study it live, showing you live on screen the Hebrew and Aramaic and Greek definitions of Scripture to see the true deal. There's no more guessing. So we got 10 sons born for the 10 tribes, but not 2. So let's see what happens. And Jacob went on his way, and the angels of God met him. Wow. Yeah, that's good. That's a good deal. And when Jacob saw them, he said, "This is God's host." And he called the name of that place Mahanaim. And Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau, his brother, unto the land of Seir, the country of Edom. Okay, that's the area that Esau has set up. Okay, Edom, the city, the country. And he commanded them, saying, "Thus shall ye speak unto my lord Esau. Thy servant Jacob saith, Thus I have sojourned with Laban, and stayed there until now. I have oxen and asses, flocks and manservants and womanservants, and I have sent to tell my lord that I may find grace in thy sight." Now he's calling Esau his lord. Remember the last time him and Esau were together, Esau was angry and looking for him. He was going to kill him. He was going to get him because he took his blessing from his father. Okay, because Esau is the eldest. He should have had the blessing of his father, but he didn't. He got swindled out of it, okay? And now Jacob is sending messengers to him. And the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, "We came to thy brother Esau, and also saw he cometh to meet thee, and 400 men with him." Oh, yeah, it looked like he's still mad. And then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people that was with him, and the flocks and the herds and the camels, and into 2 bands, and said, "If Esau come to the one company and smite it, then the other company which is left shall escape." And Jacob said, "O God, my father O God of my father Abraham, and God of my father Isaac, the Lord which saith unto me, Return unto thy country and to thy kindred, and I will dwell with thee. I am not worthy of the least of all the mercies of all the truth which thou hast showed unto thy servant. For with my staff I passed over this Jordan, and now I am become 2 bands. Deliver me, I pray thee, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest he will come and smite me and the mother with the children. And thou saidest, I will surely do thee good, and make thy seed as thy sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude. And he lodged there at that same night, and took of that which came to his hand, a present for Esau his brother, 200 she-goats and 20 he-goats, 200 ewes and 20 rams. He had a lot of stuff. He had a lot of cattle and stuff there. Wow. 30 milch camels and their colts, 40 kine and 10 bulls, 20 she-asses and 10 foals. And he delivered them into the hand of his servants, every drove by themselves, and said unto his servants, Pass over before me, and put space betwixt drove and drove. And he commanded the foremost, saying, When Esau my brother meeteth thee, and asketh thee, saying, Who art thou? And thou goest, and whither thou goest? And whose are these before thee? Then thou shalt say, They be thy servant Jacob's. His servant now. He's his servant. It is a present sent unto my lord Esau, and behold, also he is behind us. So commanded he the second and the third, and all that followed the drove, saying, On this manner shall ye speak unto Esau, when ye find him. And ye say moreover, Behold, thy servant Jacob is behind us, for he said, I will appease him with the present that goeth before me, and afterward I will see his face, peradventure he will accept of me. So went the present over before him, and himself lodged that night in the company. And he rose up that night, and took his 2 wives, and his 2 woman servants, and his 11 sons, and passed over the ford Jabbok. And he took them and sent them over the brook, and sent over that he had. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. And he said, Let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said unto him, What is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as the prince hast thou power with God and with men, and hast prevailed. And Jacob asked him and said, Tell me, I pray thee, thy name. And he said, Wherefore is it that thou dost ask after my name? And he blessed him there. And Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. And as he passed over Penuel, the sun rose upon him, and he halted upon his thigh. Therefore the children of Israel eat not of the sinew which shrank, which is upon the hollow of the thigh, unto this day, because he touched the hollow of Jacob's thigh in the sinew that shrank. Now, we looked at this before. We've seen this part where we've looked at it in other studies, where his name was changed to Israel by the Lord. Okay, so there you go there. So now we've got he's going back to Daddy's house. Okay, he's going back to Isaac. And he knows he's got a problem because he swindled his brother Esau out of the blessing from Isaac. And Isaac is upset about it. He's angry. And so, therefore, he's trying to tactically see what's going to happen when meeting Esau. So, he does this, but remember, the angels started out with him. Not started out, but met him on the way, and they started to go with him. Now, it's a big group of them that's going, because they've got all these cattle and all this. They got lots of them. So the angels are going with him, all right? And the Lord is with him in this time. So when he sends the first group away, he sends, okay, you go first, and then the first drove you go, and then the next drove, you're going to have space between you two. You go after them, and then we're going to see what happens when the first drove meets Esau. But the angels are still there. But they stay there with Jacob. They don't Well, one of them does. One of them, I should say, stays with Jacob. So when the droves leave and that angel is there, now they go. Now they start to wrestle and say, "Oh, you're an angel. You're gonna bless me. You're gonna stay with me. Okay, you're not gonna leave. You're gonna stay with me." So there you go there. And then the tradition starts, if they don't eat upon their thigh, they don't have the, I guess, put it in their lap, the food, and they're no, because no, we have a tradition starting right there. So now let's take a look at Israel is what I want to look at there. That's what I want to see there. I want to see nothing else but that name Israel. Let's see. There it is right here. All right. Now let's see. Let's look at that. Okay, because a lot of people, even Christians, are so focused on the country, the geographical location of Israel now.
Strong's H 3478. Yisrael. Yisrael.
Which is just a name for the land over there. They could have named it something else. It's still the same land. It's not that the angel didn't name it that. God didn't name it that. He named a man that. So let's see. Israel, God prevails. Okay. That is the name. That's what it means. The second name for Jacob, okay, given to him by God after his wrestling with the angel at Peniel. Now, we don't know what the angel's name was. We don't know because he didn't tell him in the scripture. The name of the descendants in the nation of the descendants of Jacob. Also, they carry on this name, God prevails, okay? The name of the nation until the second death of Solomon and the split. Now here we go. Name of the nation, which is Jacob's and his descendants. Okay, until the death of Solomon and the split of the descendants. Okay, because then you go into north and then you go into south. So that's a little bit of history there. And the name used and given to the northern kingdom. See that, consisting of the 10. See that, tribes under Jeroboam. And the southern kingdom was known as Judah, okay? All right, which really is made up of going to be, the southern is going to be made up of 2 tribes, I do believe. We're going to run into that. The name of the nation after the return from exile, okay? The name of the nation after the return from exile, okay? So there you go. Good deal. There's more there. I mean, it's more detail, a little more detail there in the lexicon here, showing on screen. And you can always pause it, or you can go to Google and type in Strong's spacebar, and then type in Strong's, and then hit the spacebar and hit H3478, and you will be able to get this page from the Blue Letter Bible link to see the lexicon. And you can also order your lexicons online. Get them. Hebrew lexicon and Thayer's Greek lexicon is the most vast one I could find for the Greek. So you can get them. Okay? You can see the history. You can see more detail on it right there. Okay? Just to let you know. Hit the like button. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Hit the like button. And we're going to go into 33 in about 15 minutes. This is a pretty good one. About 15 minutes from now, we're going to go into, it's going to be half past the hour. We're going to go into the next chapter, Genesis 33, and see what takes place and see what happens next on that. Don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification on the YouTube, please, till you can see all the studies. There's over 1,000 there already. Just click videos under the channel name, and you will be able to take your pick, take a look, take a listen, check it out. And we're adding more and more. There's no tithing, no seed sowing, no GoFundMe, no money exchanged here at all, no donations, none of that. Everything is free. We're going to see you on the next study.
Please allow us to extend our deepest thanks, our humblest appreciation, our greatest gratitude for your fellowship here with us, sharing the letter of the gospel, the ancient definitions of Scripture. This is Understanding the Bible.